Hey gang, today I'm going to be doing a review comparison between a Microtech Ultratech and a Microtech Ultratech II, also known as a sidestep. Okay, so again, I'm going to do an owner's review. The disclaimer is that I bought both of these knives with my own money. They're not a knife dealer loan. They're not sponsored by Microtech. I forked over my own money, so I don't have a dog in the race. I can tell it to you the truth without any fluff. Okay, now one of the main difference between both of these knives is besides the blade. Okay, besides the blade, one is a Tonto, the other one's a straight edge. Is that the sidestep has these little grooves in it. Okay, now in my opinion, it kind of makes it look a little bit uglier, but they're very, very functional. Whenever you grip this thing, you can really feel those grooves digging into your fingers or into your palms. Not in the sense that it hurts, but in the sense of it becomes like interlocked with it, right? Where the normal Ultratech is very, very smooth. If you run your fingers over it, it's almost like a baby smooth, right? It's like when you grab it, you're scared that when you hit something, pierce something, your fingers may scratch right through it, okay? It does have these little jimpings here, but I feel like this is more stable, right? This is more secure because of the sidestep, what they call it, okay? However, and when it comes to the looks, right? I'd like to hear your comments below. Do you think the sidestep looks more beautiful or the actual Ultratech? Which one would you like? Which one do you think it looks cooler or more handsome or more beautiful or however you want to put it, right? I think personally that the Ultratech, the normal one, looks cooler because it's so smooth. But functionality, I like this one. Okay. Now these two Ultratechs are different. This is the signature series. The Ultratech Sidestep 2 is the signature series, which means it costs about like $100 more. But there's a little difference too on the blade and the hardware. This one, the regular Ultratech, does have the bronze blade and hardware. I'm gonna let you guys see it right here. All right, they're both made with M390. Okay, and this, believe it or not, this bronze looks really, really nice in the sun. Okay, both of these knives were made in 2021. This is 8/2021. This one does have a kind of high serial number. This is Tonto serrated, which I kind of like. And I don't really like this type of blade, but I just got it because I don't have one of those. I used to have one back in 2016, but my Ultratech kept breaking and I kept sending it to the manufacturer and they weren't able to fix it. I sent it to them 3 times, they weren't able to fix it. So I ended up just selling it for pennies on the dollar, losing big bucks. And I disclosed it to the new buyer, but he was okay with it. So, I decided I would never buy Microtechs anymore. But then one day I bought this SOCOM fixed blade one. Okay, and I really liked it, so I ended up buying more Microtechs, and so far I only had one other lemon, and my last lemon that I bought, which was a pretty disappointing one, was this Halo. I bought this Halo in less than 14 days. The chassis was coming apart after I fired it, right? Because there's a lot of force involved, and there's a big gash in it. I sent it to Microtech 3 times. They weren't able to fix it, ladies and gentlemen. No joke. I put my kids on it. On the 4th time they did, but it was just such a pain to deal with their warranty. My knife got all scratched up. You can see the logo. It's all jacked up. I haven't even used this knife because, I'm so scared that it's going to break. But all the other Microtechs I have, I carried every day. This is the only one I don't carry because it was such a pain. I feel like it's kind of I don't want to say sissy, but I'm scared that it's gonna break, dude, because I got it broken and it's been in the shop longer than I've owned it. So I don't really mess with that knife, but I wish I did, but I'm scared that it's gonna break, and they don't have any other handles, man. They told me, like, hey man, they were telling me that they give me one that the handle color didn't match. One was one color, the other one's just darker tan. I was like, dude, this is not cool. I just bought this knife. And they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have any more. And I was like, you guys say you have a lifetime warranty. I just bought this thing brand new. I mean, it hasn't even been 30 days. So it was a very bad experience at the very least, I can say. But thank God they fixed it. But I'm scared to use it, so I don't really know if it's really fixed or not. Okay, if I can say that. So
real quick, download my free book, Real Estate Investing for Beginners, the ultimate starter guide at myrealestatedojo.com, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers, buy their homes at a deep discount, and then have the seller become your own private bank. Subject to, get it now. One more thing, if you're looking for private one-on-one help when it comes to real estate investing, then consider joining my academy, where you sit down with me one-on-one. 2, you get monthly coaching. 3, you get access to my best-selling courses. 4, you get access to my video library, and then the list goes on, for just $97 a month. Join me now at mrnofluff.com. Lastly, the best six-figure side hustle, bicycle flipping. Want to see how? Here's a behind-the-scene video how I did it. Go to thebestsidehustle.mrnofluff.com. Now let's get back to the content.
So since I don't have a horse in the race, I can tell it to you honestly. But if you want to do a comparison between the Ultratechs 2 versus the Ultratech 1, you can look at the difference in the handle patterning, which is the main difference, okay? The bottom looks exactly the same. The back and the front is what's different. Okay. Now this is stonewash, this is bronze. I don't know if you guys can tell. And this is the signature series, and that's why you have the owner of the company signature. Now some people say, well, Mike, why do you keep still buying their stuff if they were limiting so much and you lost some money? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, I like the owner's story, how he started his company. You know, that's the American dream, and I love supporting small companies that make it big. And 2, I really like the design of their knives. I mean, I kind of like the steel. I like the art of the blades. I just think that they're having, you know, quality problems because they're growing so much and they're making so much money that, you know, it's kind of hard to control that. And I know that because I've owned a moving company, and like overnight I started making millions of dollars, and it's hard to, you know, have quality control. Okay, so I understand where they're coming from, but as a buyer that spent, for example, $750 or spent $400 on the Ultratech or $350 on an Ultratech and had problems, you know, it sucks to be the buyer. But you know, I just bought like 4 or 5 Microtechs from these guys, and they were good. So I think maybe, you know, quality control is back on par again, but I'll keep you guys updated. So I have this relationship with Microtech, which I love them, but sometimes I buy lemons and I'm like, dude, oh, dang, I can't believe I just spent so much money for a bad knife. And that has happened at least 4 times, ladies and gentlemen, where I spent a lot of money and the knives were bad. So if you're deciding if you should get a Microtech Ultratech, and you're deciding if you should get the regular or the sidestep, then, you know, I can tell you that if you want prettiness, this is it. If you want more functionality, this one's it. But they're both equally the same size. You can get the blades however you want them to be. You can get tanto, you can get single edge, you can get daggers, you can get, you know, serration, you can get bronze. You can also get, for example, bronze epileptic. I know I didn't pronounce that right, but guys, I'm sorry. English is my second language. Okay, epileptic bronze. You know, so I do have a lot of Microtechs. I do enjoy them. You know, I'm kind of, I guess, a knife guy. They're all M390. They're all beautiful. If you want to do a comparison between, for example, a Microtech and an Ultratech versus a Combat Trudon, there's a Combat Trudon for you. Okay, just to take a quick look at it. Okay, if you want to do a comparison between a Ultratech versus a Delta Direct or Direct Delta, you can see that there's a big difference in size. Okay. All right, guys. If you have any questions, comments about Microtech Ultratech or about Microtech Ultratech II Stepside, please feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll be happy to answer for you. And always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Romy.